Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Comfy Org stream. Hi, as always, I'm Pers, and I'm here with Phil and Julian and Rob. Welcome, Rob. How's it going, everybody?
Chilling,
Doing
doing
well,
good,
doing
doing
well.
good.
Doing well. Excited to be here.
So, yeah, if you guys don't know who Rob is one of our newest creatives, and he's working on a bunch of creator facing and product facing templates and things like that for Cloud and for Comfy in general, for just to get you started doing things that artists might want to do with Comfy, professionals might want to do with Comfy. So, yeah, let's just start off by why don't you just introduce yourself and let us know what you've been up to, Rob?
Yeah, so I'm on the Comfy team right now. I'm working on the template library, and I guess kind of in one sentence, kind of what I'm trying to do is make Comfy more comfy with very straightforward templates, kind of plug and play, and mostly for a bunch of different use cases. And yeah, we're just trying to make that template library more bulky and kind of easier for new people to get started with Comfy. So
Yeah, it's awesome. So what's your history with Comfy? How'd you get started playing with Comfy in general? Was it your first stop or was it like automatic or mid journey? Where'd you begin?
yeah, so the very first stop was Midjourney. I think that was like Midjourney V3. Um, and then from there went to automatic. The main reason was just trying to get a bit more control out of my generations. And I know Midjourney at the time didn't have all the features it does now, so I went over to automatic and I was playing around there. And it was mostly my want to try and like take from what I saw in my head to the screen. And I figured just through a bunch of Googling and YouTube videos that Comfy was the tool for that. So that was about, honestly, it was a couple years now. Actually, like the first like workflow that I kind of built out, it was for my niece. It was a Christmas gift. She was very big into like Disney princesses and everything. So I was like, I wonder if I can work with control nets, IP adapters, and kind of take a input of her and give her like a Disney princess aesthetic. So I was fighting a lot with the tool back then as a first time user, but yeah, got her a gift that a bit of nightmare fuel, but I think she liked it in the end. But yeah, that's how I got started, and since then, just playing with the tool as it developed, all the new models. I just love testing new stuff, and as of recently, been on X, kind of sharing some of my workflows and trying to make it more easy on the eyes. I think we've all experienced uploading a workflow and it's just a bunch of spaghetti noodles and you kind of get overwhelmed. So trying to
Yeah.
avoid that. Yeah.
No, it's good. And like now that we have subgraphs, it's a really nice way to like show people like an overview of what everything's doing, and then if they want to, they can go and start like tinkering with the guts and trying to understand why it works. But not everybody needs to see every element of the workflow, because sometimes, especially when you're doing like batch image processing and stuff, it looks way crazier than it is.
Mhm.
Something that's like 40 nodes and 80 40 nodes and 80 noodles is 3 lines of code, right? But it's
Mhm.
visually it looks really weird, so whatever. But
Yeah. Once
that part.
subgraphs came out, that just changed the whole like visual barrier to Comfy. Because then, yeah, like you mentioned, you can just wrap everything, make it look way more clean, and then if you need, you just dive into the subgraph and get a bit more granular with what's actually going on. But yeah, subgraphs are such a great feature.
So are you a local GPU person? Are you a cloud GPU person? What's your flavor? We're always interested because a lot of our audience is local, but we're getting a bunch of new audience that they have Macs and stuff that doesn't have a big beefy gaming card in it. So like, what's your history with AI stuff? You use
Yeah,
what do you?
so that first workflow I developed for my niece, that was all local Mac pulling
Oof.
hair out. I think I waited like 20 minutes for one like generation, one 5 by 512 generation when I first got started.
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
rough.
Hmm.
yeah, that was that was the trenches. But then we leveled up, got run pod, so just been using them mostly for cloud stuff. But obviously now we got Comfy Cloud, so that's been the go-to for cloud generation.
Yeah, I mean, this is a loaded question because we work here, but how much more like do you prefer the Comfy Cloud experience to like trying to spin up the entire thing on RunPod? Like, I know they both have their advantages, but like for me personally, I love not having to deal with the environment.
Yeah, it like I eventually, have had a Google Doc that was kind of like step by step, like which template to select, choosing my network storage. Like I kind of got it down over time, but yeah, the barrier to entry at the very beginning, like as traditionally non-technical, was very like watch all the YouTube videos, talk to ChatGPT or Claude to try and debug some stuff. But now that it's on Comfy Cloud, it's just, yeah, the hassle just completely gone. So very nice.
Yeah, it's also good now. Even GPT and Claude, they're more aware of like issues with Comfy and stuff now, like than it was back in the day. So it's getting easier all across the board too. But those early days, asking GPT a Comfy question when it didn't even know what Comfy was, it'd be like, "Oh, well, it looks like you're trying to use Python to do some stuff. Here's some Python code." It's like,
Yeah.
thanks, I guess. None of this is going to be helpful, and it's even worse for beginners who can't, determine, um,
I just want
who
to
can't
jump in.
tell.
Just want to jump in real quick on this question. Can someone explain Comfy Cloud? Basically, super simple. It's a hosted environment on the cloud via the browser. You can go to cloud.comfy.org, and it instantly, once you have an account, it instantly just loads you into Comfy. You don't pay for the instance being on. You only pay when you hit go, so you can experiment to your heart's content. When you're ready to hit go, you hit that Q button that we're all used to, and that is when the charge occurs. But basically, and long and the short of it, it's Comfy in the cloud, and you don't have to worry about anything. You can use it on your iPhone, you can use it on your iPad. It doesn't matter what device; it'll just work.
Yeah, and to like elaborate on that a little bit also, the other really nice part about that is because your jobs are only metered when executed, a lot of the time I spent on Comfy and RunPod was literally sitting in Comfy, like
Mhm.
adjusting things, you know, playing with my workflow and trying to figure that out, and
Totally.
then
You're just
doing the run. I maybe 20% of the time I was running Comfy was actually using it. So
yeah.
yeah, it makes a lot of sense to be able to just sit there and work on your thing and not feel that there's like a feeling of like, oh, I'm not using these credits correctly right now. Like I'm wasting creative money right now, and you don't get that because you're just you're metered for your time, so it's great.
hmm
But yeah, that's Comfy Cloud. And yeah, today Rob's going to walk us through this cool workflow for doing product grid. Actually, I'll just let you explain it.
Yeah. So basically, um, it's very focused on using Nano Banana Pro, hitting the API node, and pretty much with a bit of prompting, you can generate 3x3 grids. So you're pretty much getting 9 images in one generation. And I mean, Nano Banana Pro is just so good at complex prompts. I guess it has somewhat of like a LLM multimodal understanding and breaking down like longer prompts. So you can prompt each grid position separately, reference an input image, and the process behind this workflow is just getting 9 images in one prompt and being able to iterate a bit faster on bringing an image to life. So that's what we got here to show you today.
Amazing.
Um,
Yeah, I played with it a bit earlier. It's really fun, and it's really good for creatives who don't want to learn image diffusion to do this kind of thing. Like, you literally just want to take an image and see it 9 different ways. This is it. This is the way to do it. So
yeah. So this demo, I mean, I have like you can do it with product assets. You can do it with, still images for like a cinematic film that you're making, kind of just like experimenting with new versions of it and not having to wait for 9 separate generations. And so the workflow also, you generate one 3x3 image grid. It extracts each frame to its own image. And then from there, you can kind of take your time, look, see which one you like the most, select it, and then go through another Nano Banana Pro upscaling pass. And have the input image kind of as a reference to get better consistency with that upscale pass. So
Nice.
yeah.
And yeah, you guys might have seen a lot of stuff now about contact sheet, like contact sheet. I don't even know what to call it. Creation. The point is, like, you know, people are making like one-shotting storyboards and then making image to video, like for your first frame, last frame between each of the shots and stuff like that. So this is another way of actually generating that first grid of images as well. So like because Comfy's so modular, like this is one thing to keep in mind whenever we're showing you these workflows. This is only like this workflow is now a chunk that you can then put in other workflows. So we've got our grid generator. Now we can take that and then plug in 9 first frame, last frames and plug the images into each one of those. Or you could, you know, do something else where you make the grids. And now I've decided I actually only want these 5 images. Now I can save those images in a folder and then first frame, last frame them. So instead of just one-shotting like agentic creation, which can be great, but generally will result in something where, you know, 1, 2, 3, or 4 sections of it are not good or useless because a machine made it. You're actually sitting there curating the pieces that are going into your work. So it's just a much more hands-on approach of creating, and hopefully it'll appeal to people that already kind of create this way.
It feels more organic. Yeah, definitely.
Great. Should I get started with?
Yeah, do you want to bring it up? We'll have a look at it.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's see. That's right here. Share. All right. We're good on the share?
Can see it, yep.
Okay, great. So this is what the workflow is going to look like when you load it up. We have this beautiful, comfy, Galaxy-esque wine bottle here. And then we also have this Nano Banana Pro. This is where most of the magic happens. The prompt is already filled out. And as you can see, quick description of what the reference image will be. Quick description of kind of what background environment you want for each grid image, the lighting, and and then you go into the actual prompting of the exact. So you're going to have 9 separate areas to actually enter a prompt. But let's go forward. I got another comfy themed product that we can play around with. There we go. Look at that, Comfy Cloud Premium Water.
Only the best.
I would love
Just
it if this was real.
water.
Looks delicious.
I would be so hydrated if this was real, but
what do you mean by it's flavored with Blackwell RTX 6000 Pros?
It sounds like burning wires to me.
Is this the water that's water cooling the GPUs on the cloud?
Oh, that's...
I drink it. I drink it.
GPU bath water?
No.
It's gonna cool you way down.
It just sounds like distilled, disgusting water. That's what that sounds like.
Water. Yeah. So, that's the product we'll be working with. And honestly, let's just change bottle to can, just to save the hassle of entering these one by one. And another important note is that in the first generation, we're going to bypass this final section, which is the selecting an image and upscaling. We're going to wait till we get the first batch of images, fix seed, and let's run it. Now we wait. But worth noting as well in this workflow, we have in the prompt, we try and force the model. We do not want any margin, gutter, or borders because depending on the aspect ratio, I think we have aspect ratio auto. Sometimes Nano Banana Pro generates with like a thin white border in between each grid image, which when it automatically crops can be a bit annoying. So we do have this crop inset grid images node, which pretty much tries to crop to the center of all grid images and remove that from the outputted grid image. So that's something to keep in mind for that. But yeah, let's see what we get. It'll probably be pretty standard white background kind of studio shots of this. Oh,
Oliver asked, so is this 24 cents per image? So is it 9 times 24? No, it's one image generation that generates a grid of 9 images that are then split up into 9 images. So you're getting 9 images out of one run, essentially, which is the nice part of this workflow.
yeah, so obviously first time on live stream, first fail. Forgot to change the description of the product. So it appears that we have a bunch of glass bottles and the model.
Perfect. Well, at least you can say Nano Banana is prompted herein.
Yes, this is true. This is true. So I'm hoping that we get some good outputs from this prompt. Fingers crossed.
16 by 16. I don't know about that one.
Little postage stamps.
Holy moly, we should try it, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it right now.
Phil, you mentioned you tried 4x4, which
I've been doing 4x4, which gets me 16. And what I've been doing, similar concept to what you're doing here, Rob. Generate a grid, slice them up, except instead of getting these images, they all feed into local runs of WAN. So I essentially have 16 runs of WAN running locally, and then it all runs. And then at the end, it stitches them all back together. And so you essentially get like a 35 to 40, 50-second video that's like traversing through time via 16 like storyboard pieces. And it's amazing. I just sat there all day, like a story about me falling in love with broccoli. And then I have like a 30-second short about like me romantically loving a piece of broccoli. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one got weird.
Yeah, that one did get weird. Yeah.
Where did that idea come from?
I don't know. I think I had like Chinese food the night before, and like it was like beef broccoli vibe. So I was like, sure.
I'm loving the corkscrew on the can of
that's
Cloud. That's great.
That's not how you open these bottles.
I think it's in the prompt, right? The corkscrew, I think, is in the prompt.
I see.
Not change that.
So here's the thing too, guys. Like, I noticed, Rob, that you're describing the product. Nano is so good at reasoning, you don't even need to. You could be vague as hell and it'll still work.
Yeah, that just depends how much creative control you need.
Exactly.
Like if you need a series of 9 specific shots, it's amazing. You can just tell it. But you can also be like, hey, I need 9 product shots. And Nano Banana is like, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, so we got 3x3. I mean, if pretty simple prompts here too. And in my post on X, the prompts for each grid position were a bit more, or definitely more descriptive and complex. And I mean, the prompt adherence, like you mentioned, is just crazy that it follows them to the T. So that's why we got the wine bottle in the can. But
they look great though. Like the label, like the label is right. Like,
yeah,
I've been doing this a long time, and that's very rare for the label to actually be correct on the way out.
Yeah, it gets the small text pretty solid. And once again, like because we're generating in 4K and 3 by grid, each image is coming out to about 1K resolution there. So I mean, let's say let's get one with a label. Let's go with image 6, and we're just gonna unbypass these nodes and queue it up again. So trying to get a bit more detail on this image. Maybe
So this-
recover the text a bit. We'll see.
I don't know why this user's icon's not showing up, but someone on the YouTube channel said they've been doing this with 4 vertical stack 9/16s. And so here, like, this is a really important note that if you're doing a 3x3 grid, you, depending on the aspect ratio that you set in your Nano Banana run, you can actually dictate, like, if you set it to 16:9, you get a 3x3 grid of 16:9s or 9/16s or just a square. So, and it's really cool how that kind of just carries over across, whatever story you're trying to tell.
Definitely, yeah. And I noticed that if you leave the aspect ratio to auto, it either takes the aspect ratio of the input image or it goes to a 1x1. I guess just 3x3 grids, and the model we're trained mostly 1x1 aspect ratio. But yeah, okay, here we go.
And one little thing to specify here, Rob, before you continue is, I don't know if you guys noticed on the stream that the trick here is to fix the seeds. Otherwise, you would just rerun the first grid. And that's why it only went to the upscale here, because he fixed the seed also for the first grid creation. Yep, just a little observation.
Yeah, that's definitely worth keeping in mind for
Rob, off stream, I have a node that solves this for you, by the way.
part the grid cropping or
No. Well, sure, but I think what you have here is fine. More the selecting. I have a node that when it gets to the node, it shows you the batch of images, and you can be like, okay, I only want that one to pass through.
I see, and I think I've seen this, and it has like a timeout that you kind of pause execution for. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
I built my own solution, but there's a few floating around out there.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, once again, then we get this image 6 saved out, and that's all good to go. And then because of the fixed seeds, go. I want to see how much detail we can get back to here. But once again, you can also mess with this prompt, and I'm prompting just upscale image 1, use the product from image 2 as reference. You can say upscale image 1 and add subtle details and change the can opener to someone's hand. I'm sure that would probably get some interesting outputs as well, but let's see what comes from this. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole workflow, and you can kind of adapt this to not this specific workflow because it's cropping specifically for a 3x3 grid, but you can adapt it to different aspect ratios by setting that here, or
do a 16x16. I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. That would be a lot of this. That would be.
Yeah, I have. Okay, now that you've opened this node, I definitely have a solution for you for cropping.
Yeah, this was
holy moly.
This was me talking to.
The problem is it had to work on the cloud.
On the cloud, yeah. No, totally.
Yeah, I like the RG3 power putter node for some ease of use, but that's not on the cloud yet. Hopefully that will drop in eventually. But yep. Here we go.
Well, technically, this doesn't even need to be on the, like, you're literally using 0 processing, right? Like, you could run this on a MacBook because it's basically Nano on an API. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the beautiful thing about this flow.
Yeah, the flow is just available on the cloud. You do not need the cloud to run anything that uses these partner nodes. You can run locally as well. That's another thing to consider when you're doing this stuff. Is like Nano Banana, Vdoo. There's a bunch of like relatively cheap API nodes that are like, or partner nodes that are, the same as you would spend buying a GPU to run local stuff. So it's all about, GPUs and GPU time just costs money. You just have to decide how you spend it for it. Yeah, exactly.
Do we have the partner CDance node by chance?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you pull that one up for a second, Rob?
Yeah, let's get that.
I want to see something.
CDance or CDream?
CDance, the video.
I don't think we have a video model. No.
What about Vdo? Maybe Vdo has it.
Vdo?
There's something. Yeah.
What do you want? What are you looking for?
Just an
what-
image to video generation.
Yeah,
Okay,
Vdoo does it.
then switch the. Let me see what kind of controls I have on duration. Can we go down to 2 seconds?
Oh.
No, it's stuck at 5, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, depends on the node, it depends on the video model, but there are some video model APIs out there, and I'm sure some of them in the Comfy Cloud have them, but they allow you to generate only 2-second videos. And so when you take your 3x3 grid and you do 2-second videos on all of them and stitch them all together, you get this like really like natural cutting, kind of like very engaging kind of style of a video.
Right.
But the reason I say that is because when you're only rendering 2-second videos, even at 1080p, they're so cheap. Like the API calls are so cheap. So it really feels like you can experiment and get something cohesive, like, like Sora level engagement,
Right.
without, breaking the bank on running like 9 videos,
Yeah. We do have
Um,
Cdance Pro Fast.
Is there a duration on this? Aspect seed? No. Oh yeah. See, okay, we can go down to 3 seconds on this one.
At 3 cents per run,
Oh yeah.
even 10 runs is 30 cents.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Yeah,
right? Like that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a 480.
Yeah. So like you can imagine, but here's the thing, guys. The 480p looks incredible still.
Yeah, that's the thing about some of these partner models. You don't actually need the 1080p run for a lot of them. They don't even look that much better at 1080p because it's probably just a 480p or 720p thing, ballooned up. So yeah, hard to say. But I've been very impressed by these models at low res.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even WAN locally. Go run a WAN video at 256 squared. You will be very surprised at how coherent it is.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, this is sick. And like Rob, I feel like this idea could be expanded in so many different ways, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, right now we have a product image as the input. Like I mentioned, it can be a character. We can try and get multiple angles. Obviously, there's other models, especially the Quen Image Edit multi-angle model that's great at kind of reproducing a scene from different vantage points. But I'm sure you could probably do something similar with this style of prompting as well with different grid images. But yeah, that's the workflow. I mean, I guess we could
now let's play with it.
let's play with it a bit more. Yeah.
So
Let's try another image.
Can you humor me for a second?
Yeah.
Let's get a picture of Wait, the image into Nano is a batch, right? We can do batches. Do we know that?
Sorry,
The image input on Nano Banana, does it accept image batches?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, fantastic. I haven't played with it personally on Comfy, but let's get an image of Pers in there, and let's try to make like a multi-frame product ad of like Pers like enjoying the drink and like pouring it on his head and stuff.
Okay, let's do it.
In the classic spirit of absolutely breaking the tech.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Maybe I'll stop the share screen and collect some images of hers. Is that? Unfortunately, I don't have.
Oh, you're muted, Pers.
On my desktop right now. My Pers.
We can DM you one.
Oh, it's okay. I can DM you one.
Yeah.
You on Discord right
We
now?
all have plenty of Pers images on our
my God.
computers.
The whole
Or,
internet does.
Slack. I can send it on Slack or whatever works.
Yeah. Send it over.
All right. But for me, like when I personally see this flow, like, and I've been playing with a very similar idea. My favorite thing to do with it is just to get like a progressive story, and then it's just like, then you're just in the weeds trying to like see what happens, and you can be so vague, like man drinking water, trips in the park, drink spills on his head, like like it could be that vague, and it would just do it.
Yeah, got that pulled up. And we go over. Let's go. Here we go. We got PERS. I think.
I know that guy.
Yeah, let's batch that first.
There's going to be a terrifying amount of generations with me in them.
I've been mentally trying to figure out how I could accurately train something like Quen image edit to do this concept.
Mhm.
And the only way I can think of doing it is, I mean, obviously I need the data, right? So I can I would synthetically create it with Nano or otherwise or whatever. But the idea would be I think I would have to caption every frame. I would have to almost JSON prompt, and every frame would be the thing. Because the magic of Nano Banana is the reasoning ability. It can just figure it out from the most vaguest requests. But a local open source model is just not. It's not running off of a language model like Gemini underneath it. So.
All right, let's get into the specifics of the prompt. What are we thinking, Phil?
A man kicking his feet up in the air and enjoying the drink.
So, oh yeah, man. I don't know.
Just think of Mentos commercials from the 90s.
Rob, do me a favor, Rob. I want to try something because we've been messing with PERS up so many times. Instead of saying a man, just say PERS is.
No. I'm not in the data.
I wonder if that would work.
It would not.
No, that's a security issue.
It's just gonna add cats.
Yeah, probably cats. Yeah, that's very true.
And I'm gonna have to try on my own.
Let's see. Lawn chair. Enjoying.
See, again, what PERS mentioned before, you get to really dictate the creative control here, and Rob is doing literally prompt by prompt the exact frame he wants on everything.
Yeah, you could just say silly photo shoot with man in product.
Exactly, right? You don't have to dictate every grid placement.
It depends on how much control you want. It's some people are mad because they don't have enough control with AI. Some people are mad because they have to type too much. That's the beauty of these reasoning models.
I'm just mad, really.
Yeah, some people are just mad, and that's fine too.
Yeah. And yeah, in the prompt as well, we just have if left blank, use your creativity.
Yeah.
The AI haters will hate that one, but
if you don't have any ideas, pick up a pencil.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got let's see, we got 5 manually entered, and let's see what Nano Banana Pro comes up with the others.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, forgot to bypass those, but do that later. And where's this going? Okay, this, I'll have to change that. Actually, I don't even think that would be necessary, but let's see.
Yeah, sometimes for sake of anything, I'll just grid the images. Instead of batching them, I'll just grid them, just concat them together kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's my references kind of.
Yeah. Nothing worse than a folder of 300 images and you just kind of I'll never look at these again.
That's my hard drive these days.
I know.
But then sometimes I go back and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I
should post these and then never do.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
I should do something with these and then never do.
How long have you guys been posting your content and your work for?
I mean, PERS is probably OG as hell compared to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 years.
Look at this.
20. Jeez.
These are great.
Let's go one by one.
Yeah, we need to.
I'm just pouring it on my leg.
Amazing.
What's wrong with my foot?
Yeah, what is going on there, dude?
I got that
Sunburnt.
disease from Game of Thrones where the people are trying to get into stone.
Amputate it.
There I am with the corkscrew trying to get into my can.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I love this one on the
Oh,
middle.
perfect.
Whose hand is that on the left? It's not mine.
It's yours, dude. That's not how a hand works, though.
It's like, yeah, it's like.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Try and do that right now. Try and hold the can.
Yeah.
Wait, how? Yeah, it's like, dude, what?
I got a real, what's his name? Oh, come on, brain. Rick Rubin vibe going on in the cloud one there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're about to tell me about vibe coding, bro.
Yeah.
it's upscale. Let's keep the prompt simple and add some details back. So it is going to reference these two images as well. So I think that, use the product from image too. Let's see what happens.
Did you change the seed? I don't think we need to because it's a different image, right?
Yeah, he kept the seed locked so that he could select and upscale something down the chain.
Yeah, Jillian touched on this earlier, but maybe we should mention it again. So that control after generate that you see in nodes where it says fixed, generally that'll say, increment or randomize or something like that. What that means is the seed that's running is going to be randomized, incremented, or held the same value. Held the same value is fixed. We used fixed seeds to stop a workflow from doing work it's already done. So in this case, if we leave a fixed seed on the first run, it will only ever run when we change either the input image or the prompt, which means once it's run once, then Rob can select which image he'd like to upscale and then run that. And it's going to go past the node with the fixed seed and be like, I've already done this. I've already made all this stuff. I don't need to run this again. And then it'll go for the next thing that has a change. And in this case, the change will be the image number on the select image number node there. And it will just go through the thing and just bypass anything it's already completed. We do this to save time. We do this to save money. We do this to save losing generations mid-run, things like that. So when you see a fixed seed, that's almost always why it's fixed. It's so that something can be processed later. There's a bunch of other uses for fixed seeds, like with Deforum and a few other things, and just generating things in general. But yeah, whenever you see a fixed seed, it's usually because we're trying to hold the workflow in that position while we work on the next bit.
Yeah, so little mistake I made there. I think we were passing
The whole grid.
we were passing the whole grid. Right now, I think, why is this the first image in the grid? I think the workflow might not be able to handle a batch of images coming in. Let's do some, okay, so this is passing all 9 images. Oh, let's go in here and see what's going on. Gonna have to expand all these nodes and figure this out. Okay, so we're getting the image number. Okay, so image 1 here should be the batch of images. That's what's going wrong. So that's got to be there, I believe. Let me just quickly cancel.
And I'm lost. No.
Let's see.
I'm kidding.
I'm lost.
This is only because we were experimenting, people. The workflow works fine normally.
Okay, here we go. Well, now the first image is the selected one. The can is back. Anyways, this will work. We'll just not say, we'll just remove that. And this should work, I believe. select batch. What am I passing there? Okay, well, I believe this batch should be getting in a second. Wait, no. Okay.
Party all the time. Yeah, exactly. This wouldn't be a stream if everything didn't break. This wouldn't be a. It's the way it is.
I believe I should make these subgraph inputs a bit more clear. What should go in? Because image 1 should be this images, the image batches, which is not very intuitive. So the naming there is a bit confusing, but this should work. We should be upscaling and adding some details to Rick Rubin pers. Let's see. Okay. I don't know how much detail was added, but
I don't think we should zoom in on that one.
yeah, we're getting dangerous territory. But
his robe looks a little open.
yeah. But yeah, so that is
That's incredible.
workflow.
Yeah, that's super fun, man.
Yeah, so I hope everyone tuning into the stream checks it out. It's on cloud and pretty ready and primed to experiment with and kind of let your imagination go crazy.
Yeah, it's also in the description of this YouTube video, and it's also in Rob's post on X, which is picking up some traction right now. It's pretty cool. So yeah, follow. It's at hellorob on all the socials, right?
Yes, that is correct. At hellorob.
So, yeah. Follow at hellorob. Follow Machine Delusion. Nuts.
Twitter, you know what? Twitter did me dirty. It was like I was like Machine Delusions, and it was like you are one character over, and I'm like, are you kidding me? No, actually, dude, I had to delete the S just to make the username.
I don't think they would care now. I feel like there's longer names than that. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, that's silly. Yeah, so it's Machine Delusion on X, and Julian is what is it, Julian AI Art now? Julian AI Art. And so, yeah, and I'm Pers Beats on all the socials. Follow us, follow ComfyOrg everywhere. We are ComfyUI on Twitter, ComfyOrg pretty much everywhere else. ComfyUI on YouTube. Although you're probably already there right now. If you're not already, please like and subscribe and all the YouTube things. I'm not going to say smash that like button. Well, I just did.
Dude.
Smash it. Smash it. Just smash it. Smash it like Julian smashing that Comfy Cloud GPU bathwater. Right on, friends. Well, thanks for joining us, Rob, and hopefully we'll have you on more often, just like in general as a hangout. This has been really great, and we'll all be back on Tuesday. I don't know what we're doing, but it'll be something. I hope you all have a really great weekend, and go play with Comfy Cloud. It's super fun. Yeah, and yeah, go play with the workflow. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. All right, friends. Much love.
Drive safe.
Yeah, drive safe, everybody. Take it easy. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.